And now the news in detail. Nepal Communist Party has warned its leaders and cadres not to indulge in criticizing each other publicly. The Secretariat meeting of the ruling party issued such directive yesterday to all party members, warning them of suspension in case they fail to comply with the party's decision. NCP said it took some measures after some of its party cadres drew widespread attention on social media for expressing their annoyance against the leaders in public. A report.
NCP Secretariat meeting, chaired for the first time by party chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal, made such announcement in order to discourage cadres from criticizing party leaders publicly.
कार्यकर्ता वा अन्य कुनै कमरेडहरुको बारेमा पार्टीको केन्द्रदेखि तलसम्मका कुनै कमरेडहरुले कुनै कुरा व्यक्तिगत रूपमा उठाउनु परेमा त्यसलाई पार्टीभित्र तथ्यसङ्गत ढङ्गले पार्टीभित्र छलफलको विषय बनाउनु पर्नेछ। स्पष्टीकरणको प्रक्रिया अगाडि बढाउँदै आवश्यक कारबाही गरिनेछ।
According to the new directive, party members can now make comments about the leaders in the party's internal meetings only. The Secretariat meeting also nominated 4 Central Committee members based on the provision of at least 10% inclusion of those involved in the party unification process. The Secretariat meeting also defined the roles of some leaders.
Comrade Devendra Parajuli, Comrade Kalpana Ghola, Comrade Padma Rai र Comrade Kiran Rai. त्यसै गरी हामीले यो जनवर्गीय संगठनहरुको विभागहरुको इन्चार्ज सहइन्चार्जहरुमा केही थप हेरफेरहरु गरिएको छ।
The meeting has reshuffled the appointments and duties of deputy chiefs and deputy in charges of different districts.
Chitwan District Court has released television presenter Rabi Lamichhane on bail of 500,000 rupees in connection to the suicide case of his former colleague Salikram Purasaini. Judge Hemanta Rawal issued a ruling to release Lamichhane on bail following a hearing on the case yesterday. Other accused in the case, including Yubraj Karel and Asmita Karki, were also released the same day. Karel was ordered to pay a bail amount of rupees 300,000 while Karki was freed without bail. Both Lamichhane and Karel posted the bail amount yesterday and were released from police custody. Police had arrested the 3 in connection with the case 13 days ago. Journalist Purasaini, who worked closely with Lamichhane at News 24 television, was found hanging in Chitwan-based Hotel Kangaroo on August the 5th. Police had recovered a video from the phone of Purasaini which accused the 3 of instigating this suicide. In the video, the deceased has repeatedly accused the 3 of harassing him. Purasaini said he decided to take his life as he could not bear the harassment anymore. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, who is currently undergoing treatment in Singapore, yesterday chaired the cabinet meeting through video conferencing. This is the first time in history of Nepal that video conferencing has been used to conduct cabinet meeting. During the meeting, PM Oli informed that he has undergone all treatments successfully. Government spokesperson Gokul Baskota confirmed the success of the first video conference. The Council of Ministers expressed their good wishes for the Prime Minister's health and well-being. The meeting also took some official decisions.
भिडियो कन्फरेन्सिङको एउटा पहिलो अभ्यास गर्यौं त्यो हाम्रो हिसाबले सफलै भयो र हाम्रो सम्पूर्ण
The cabinet itself had amended its work procedure to allow the cabinet meeting to take place via video conferencing. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. Charging stations for electric buses have been installed in 12 different places of Kathmandu. Simiak Inc., the authorized distributor of BYD company, brought the charging station into operation as part of the government's preparation to run electric buses in the country. A total of 15 charging stations have been brought in operation within and outside the valley for commencing electric bus service. CIMIC has been preparing to operate charging stations in at least 25 places across the country, including in major cities like Hetauda, Narayanghat and Lumbini by the time of Dasai.
बिस्तारै काठमाडौँभित्रमा एक्सपान्ड गर्न थालेको हैन अनि अहिले आएर तपाईको काठमाडौँभित्र मात्रै हाम्रो 12 वटा चार्जिङ स्टेशन्सहरु छ चार्जिङ स्टेशनको चाहिँ अब हामीले अहिले जतिवटा बनाछौं नि त्यो चाहिँ हाम्रो एसी फास्ट चार्जर भन्छ त्यसलाई हैन अब त्यसको क्यापासिटी चाहिँ 40 किलोवाट आवरको पावर त्यसले जेनेरेट गर्छ हैन
It will take at least 2 hours to fully charge one vehicle. Charging stations in Dhurikhel, Kurintar and Bardibas will come into operation within 2 weeks. A person was killed and 4 others sustained injuries after being hit by a tipper along Tinkune-Sinamangal Road in Kathmandu on Sunday night. There has been a drastic rise in the number of deaths involving tipper accidents. A report.
According to eyewitnesses, the tipper was on high speed when it rammed into 3 motorcycles before killing 1 rider on spot and injuring 4 others. The deceased has been identified as Uchang Bote from Sankhua Sabha. The tipper was on the run after the accident, but Gausala police tracked down the tipper and arrested the driver yesterday.
त्यो नम्बरको चाहिँ 23 ख 4317 नम्बरको टिफर र टिफर चालक चाहिँ अहिले हाम्रो चाहिँ नियन्त्रणमै छ अहिले महानगरीय वृत्त गौशाला को नियन्त्रणमा छ र यो सवारी ज्यानमा अब म्याद थपेर अनुसन्धान भइरहेको छ
Of late, people have been terrified by tipper menace. Realizing the havoc created by tipper trucks, the government has already imposed a restriction on entry of tipper trucks into the valley from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. However, this has not stopped the killing spree of the tippers in the valley. In fact, tipper-related accidents are on the rise every month.
सवारी दुर्घटनाहरू टिफरकोबाट चाहिँ बढी भएको छ तपाईले सही कुरा गर्नुभएको हो त्यसो भएको हुनाले अब मैले यहाँहरुलाई अगाडि निवेदन गरे कतिपय चाहिँ टिफरको बनावट नै अलिकति चाहिँ त्यसमा पनि पुनर्विचार गर्नुपर्ने अवस्था छ कतिवटा चाहिँ त्यो ट्रिप चाहिँ त्यो ढुवानी गर्ने अथवा चाहिँ कति ट्रिप बढी लगाउने भन्ने प्रतिस्पर्धा पनि यसको एउटा कारण हुन सक्छ
A total of 24 people have been killed in 436 road accidents caused by tipper trucks this year.
Dengue fever, which was first recorded in Dharan this season in May, has not come under control. Instead, the cases of dengue is on the rise. Dengue has become a major cause for patients visiting hospital in the region. A report.
Records maintained by Dharan sub-metropolitan city shows that more than 3,173 cases of dengue fever have been reported in the region. More than 5,000 people have undergone screening tests at BP Koirala Institute of Health Sciences in Dharan. The dengue virus has spread to other parts of the eastern region from Dharan. The provincial government had initiated a campaign to seek and destroy dengue-spreading mosquitoes when the issue came into notice. However, with the onset of monsoon, the drive has slowed down, resulting in the rise in number of cases.
नियन्त्रण खासै प्रभावकारी भएको छैन यो अहिले त धरानमा हेर्ने हो भने एक घर एक बिरामी भइसकेको छ यसको लागि यो फगिङ मेसिन चलाउनु भन्दा पनि मैले देखेको चाहिँ हामी घर घरमा अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम गर्न जरुरी छ
Dengue mostly spreads through the bite of the female mosquitoes. The hospital has seen an increase of 25 to 30 patients each day. Since there are no preventive measures through vaccination or medication, the only way to contain the disease is to contain its vector's breeding site, destroying its progeny in the larva, pupa or egg state.
अब फगिङमा सुरुमा हामीले जोड दियौं मान्छेले के बुझे भने पहिले धुवा उडाउने बित्तिकै सबै कुरो सम्झिन्छ भनेर अब जो सम्बन्धित निकायका पक्षहरू मान्छेहरू हो उहाँहरूले एटलिस्ट हप्तामा एकचोटी 15 दिनमा एकचोटि 10 दिनमा एकचोटि अराएको गरेको निर्देशन दिएको काम ठिकसँग भयो कि भएन भन्ने कुराहरू त गर्नु पर्यो नि त। त्यतातिरको पाटो पनि म अलिकति फितलो देख्छु।
The increase in number of dengue cases in Tehran has resulted in a decrease in the tourism and hotel business in the region.
And now the news from the economic front. The Supreme Court has directed the concerned government body to review the assessment of capital gains tax (CGT), which telecommunication giant Ncell is liable to pay to the government. The Apex Court issued such order yesterday, invalidating the earlier assessment of CGT made by the Large Taxpayers Office. On April 16th, the Large Taxpayers Office had determined that Ncell was liable to pay Rs 39 billion as CGT, including accrued interest and fines. However, a full bench of Justices Tej Bahadur Kesi, Purushottam Bhandari, Dambar Bahadur Shahi, Sushmalata Mathema and Manoj Kumar Sharma invalidated the tax assessment made by the LTO. The Supreme Court has stated that the government body should assess the tax liability of Ncell from the date on which the Supreme Court issued a verdict to collect the capital gains tax from Axiata and Ncell for their share transaction. The latest order of the Supreme Court has clearly stated that the government cannot collect fine and interest for the period before the companies were notified about this decision. The Supreme Court had earlier issued a verdict on February 7th to collect CGT from Ncell, stating that the tax assessment of Rs 39 billion made by the LTO was unjust. Ncell had moved the Apex Court ruling that it is liable to pay only Rs 14.36 billion. Ncell has already paid 23 billion in CGT. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news.
सजिलै छ कनेक्सन। घर छेउकै डिलर सम्पर्क गरौँ वा 98020889999 मा मिस कल गरौँ। डिजिटल भनेकै डिस होम। खुसी अन गरौँ।
Welcome back, and now the international news. US President Donald Trump yesterday offered an olive branch to China after days of intense feuding over trade issues. According to Reuters, Trump also extended the hand of diplomacy to Iran, easing tensions on the last day of the G7 summit in France. During the meeting, leaders of the world's major industrialized nations agreed to provide $20 million in emergency help to Brazil and its neighbors to stop the Amazon forest fires. World leaders discussed the issues ranging from Washington's escalating trade war with China to the nuclear ambitions of both Iran and North Korea. They also discussed whether Russian President Vladimir Putin should be readmitted to the group. The trade war between the United States and China, the world's two largest economies, escalated last Friday as both sides leveled more tariffs on each other's exports. However, the situation changed abruptly on Monday, hours after China's yuan fell to an 11-year low against the dollar. Trump said he believed China wanted to make a trade deal after it contacted US trade officials overnight to say it wanted to return to the negotiating table. Trump also backed away from confrontation over Iran, indicating an openness to discuss nuclear deal with Iran. Turkey's defense minister has said Russia will reassume the delivery of its S-400 missile defense system to Turkey this week. Associated Press reported yesterday that Turkey took delivery of the first part of the Russian missile system last month despite strong objections from the United States. The US has been pressing Turkey to cancel the deal with Russia and has threatened sanctions against Turkey. Washington says the Russian system is incompatible with NATO and possesses a threat to the US-led F-35 fighter jet program. According to AP, Turkish Defense Minister Hulusi Akar said yesterday that Russia would begin transporting parts of the system's second battery to Turkey on Tuesday. He reportedly said that their aim was to protect their country and people from external aerial and missile threats. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. This year's Open Tennis tournament has begun from yesterday at its home ground in Flushing Meadows, New York. Top seed and the defending champion Novak Djokovic started his title defense by breezing past the 76th ranked Roberto Baena in straight sets of 6-4, 6-1, 6-4 in 1 hour and 52 minutes. Serena Williams, who came to the tournament shrouded with doubts over her health-related issues, defeated Russian Maria Sharapova 6-1, 6-1 in just 58 minutes to reach the second round. Other top seeds Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal will begin their quest for the coveted title tomorrow. New Zealand held their nerve to clinch a hard-fought and comprehensive victory against Sri Lanka in the second test Monday and leveled the two-match series 1-1. AFP reported that the victory was achieved with an hour left on day 5. Sri Lanka were bowled out for 122 runs after New Zealand declared their second innings on 431 for 6 with first innings lead of 185. The game went to the last hour of the day 5 at Colombo's Pisara Oval, and although 19.4 overs remained when tail-ender Lasith Denia was the last man dismissed. Umpires could have called off play at any time with the light fast deteriorating. The New Zealand's bowlers were hurrying through their deliveries, knowing too well that they were racing against time. We are at the end of a Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Nepal Communist Party orders its cadres not to criticize party leaders publicly. Party members told to express their reservations during internal meetings. Robbie Lamichhane released on bail. Other accused also freed after 12 days in custody. Supreme Court orders reassessment of NCL's capital gains tax. Invalidates assessment made by large taxpayers' office. Trump extends hand of diplomacy to China and Iran. G7 summit wraps up in France. And US Open begins. Serena Williams routs Maria Sharapova. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.